Hello, Atlanta. Today on Play to Win, is UGA sitting in the right spot in the rankings? Who's going to be the first SEC coach to go? And what all do you need to know about the NFL this season? We'll have all those answers and more coming up next on the fastest 30 minutes in television, football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Our attorneys know what it takes to win. McDonald's and Beaver Toyota. Welcome to football's Play to Win with Falcons All-Pro defensive end Chuck Smith, Falcons All-Pro offensive tackle Bob Whitfield, Play to Win expert Jeffrey the Edge Schechter, college and SEC football expert Chris Marler, Falcons All-Pro wide receiver Terrence Mathis, and your host, Nikki Williams. Today's hometown team report is being brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys. Our attorneys know what it takes to win.
Hello, Atlanta, and welcome back to the 9th season of football's Play to Win. Guys, we have beat out the Game of Thrones. How about that? It's good to be back with everybody today. Today's hometown team report is brought to you by Montlick Injury Attorneys, Bob Whitfield, Terrence Mathis, and ladies and gentlemen, speaking of the home team, we've got home team Brandon Leak joining us this season in the house. Welcome to the show. We've missed football. We've missed you guys. It's been one heck of an off season. How much have we missed football? Brandon, I'm going to let you start first since you're our new show co-host.
Well, glad to be here. We've been colleagues and friends for years. These guys are like big bros and cousins, so they'll be my brothers. I'm ready for football like everybody else is. I'm ready to be locked in to television, get my sub sandwich, get my beverages, and lock myself in for weekends, get our chance to get out and see the home teams do what they need to do when they're at home. So it has been not that long, but it has been too long not to see some football in front of our faces, and I'm ready for the seasons to get started.
What have you missed the most, Bob, besides me?
Hey, of course you, Nikki,
Hey.
all the time. But what I miss is that energy, that flair, that pizzazz, that tailgating, that good food that happens. What you miss is Saturdays down south getting grimy with it, watching UGA do something. What you miss is the new Dirty Bird Falcons trying to throw something up in the air with Marcus Mariota, and I like Desmond Ritter.
Right.
So,
Oh, wow.
you know, we miss everything about going out in the city on top. Let's do it.
Yeah, you guys have said it all. I'm going to find something, though. I'm going to find something.
I missed your pocket square.
I miss the wings. Ooh, the wings. You know, wings sitting in front of the TV with your feet up. Wings. I don't drink, alcohol, but I have a root beer every once in a while. So I miss that of football and just the smell of it. You know it's that time of year. The weather is changing. The leaves are changing. My body is changing.
Terrence has been over here complaining about his knees all morning.
No, they get knees.
All right, guys. Well, let's dig into some football, shall we? And I wanted to start it off with something maybe a little bit different. Let's call it Play to Win Court. Now, I don't have a gavel, but what we do know is that Bama, Ohio State, and UGA are all in the AP top 3. Bob, should UGA be in that spot?
I'm going to tell you like this, Nikki. When did the champ become a chump? That's what I'm asking. How do you go number 3 when you just won it the year before? You got Kirby Smart building a mothership through a 4 or 5-star galaxy, keeping everybody in-house. And I'm talking no transfer portal players. It's all people that he has developed into real raging bulldogs that should be number 1.
Number 1. Well, Brent, do you think they should be at 3?
I think it's okay, only because they are the champs. But when you lose 9 guys off your defense, 5 of them were starters, and they're gone in the NFL, you would typically have a program crippled. That doesn't happen for Kirby Smart. It does mean that he'll have a little bit more coaching to do, but the ranking at the beginning of the season doesn't matter. It's the one at the end. So 3 to start might give the Bulldogs a little bit of motivation to hurdle over through the rest of the season.
And Terrence, quick thought. We leave anything out there? We're just getting started over here.
Well, those 3 teams, Bama, Ohio State, and Georgia, are right picks because of their defense. They're going to bring defense. And, yeah, the offenses are better on Alabama and Ohio State, but Georgia, they'll play well.
We're going to break it all down for you coming up in the show, guys. Who's in and who's out? We'll touch on that next, coming up on football's Play to Win.
After an accident, how well you recover financially affects much more than you realize. It's more than just paying your medical bills and fixing your car. It's about what's been taken away from you and the impact it will have on you and your family for the rest of your life. That's why at Montlick & Associates, we fight so hard, holding the insurance companies accountable and taking it to trial if needed. If you've been seriously hurt, protect your future. Speak to a Montlick injury attorney today.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's a Nissan sales event ad. Now that's something I can commit to. His RAV4 doesn't even have as many standard safety features as this Rogue.
Now shop our inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles.
Love may be forever, but these offers are not.
This is it. Southern Kitchen and Barbecue presents Real Barbecue for Real People. This summer, get a full slab of St. Louis ribs for just $22, or get 2 half-slab dinners for just $29. That's a savings of over $10 each. Our barbecue is marinated and hickory smoked. We're open all holidays, and we can cater your next event too. Order online at thisisitbbq.com. Real barbecue for real people.
A new Chevy is the smart way to hit the open road this summer. The smart way to road trip and seek new adventures. Go a little farther this summer in a new Chevy. Find new get up and go, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2022 Equinox models. Plus, get 0% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
Today's SEC and ACC report is being brought to you by your Southeastern Nissan dealer.
Welcome back. Our SEC ACC report is brought to you by Greater Atlanta Nissan. Let's play around in the SEC here for a little bit, guys. Which player do we think? He's not a household name yet, but he's going to be everything here pretty soon. Bob, I'll start with you.
Well, let me name drop on you a little bit. Jahmyr Gibbs, transfer portal kid, left Georgia Tech, is now in Alabama. He's trying to live it up and try to get 25 touches a game so he can be a 1,000-yard rusher, and I think he'll do it behind a good, solid up front line that's anchored by a friend of mine, Emil Ekiyor. Right guard of Alabama is going to help that running back shine.
I got a name for you, Jackson Dart. Transfer from USC. Lane Kiffin has done it again. Here he goes. He takes a no name like Matt Corral, makes him a household name. Now he takes a Jackson Dart and does the same thing at quarterback.
I've got a quarterback, too. He wears a little blue. Will Levis out of Kentucky. He's a quick cat. He can throw the ball around just like they needed to. And 10 wins last year, they're certainly going to be looking to build on what they did last year. Defense might not always be there. They were a little bit lax at the end. But last year, they were able to throw the ball around. I think Will Levis might have a bunch of yards and maybe a bunch of records when he's done slinging the ball at Kentucky.
Oh, Brandon, while I've got you, who's going to be the first SEC coach canned?
Bless his heart. Brian Harsin. And it really isn't his fault. It's more of Auburn Nation. They just have expectations that the man just can't recruit and can't meet right now. And the sad part was he had Alabama on the ropes. I mean, the oil was leaking, the engine light was on, and they had him dead to rights, and they just couldn't finish the deal. They go to overtime and lose. If he wins that game, he probably buys himself 2 more years in Auburn. But I think Brian Harsin is the guy in the SEC that probably will be first to go.
Which SEC team is going to surprise the experts there, Terrence?
No one is talking LSU. I'm saying LSU. Brian Kelly is a really good football coach. And what he did in the transfer portal was get all defensive players. So he's building this team defensively because you know he's going to have skilled players at LSU. So I think LSU is going to be that team that's going to surprise the experts.
Who's the team in the ACC that's the one to watch, Bob?
Well, it's the one to watch, the one that might surprise you, and the coach that might get fired. Georgia Tech, they got to show something. They've been trying to rebuild out of that option rambling wreck system, and now they're to the point where that coach, that team has to show up. They got a quarterback that's been around. I think they can do something this year.
All right, guys, stick with us. When we come back, we're going to talk some Georgia Bulldog offense, and guess what? We cannot say the quarterback. It's going to be interesting. Stick with us. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's a Nissan sales event ad. Now that's something I can commit to. His RAV4 doesn't even have as many standard safety features as this Rogue.
Now shop our inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles.
Love may be forever, but these offers are not.
Come to Wayfield Foods, everything is laid out very nice. You'll find farm fresh produce, the best prices in town on fresh chicken, pork chops, meaty ribs, steak, and more. Stock up and save at Wakefield Foods, the meat people.
Every day, we roll out before sunrise. Our dedication is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Any size AC system, just $69.99 a month.
A Bojangles family meal has more to choose from.
Coleslaw.
Dirty rice.
Mac and cheese. Those scratch-made biscuits.
More choices of handcrafted fixins for everyone. You won't find that in a bucket or a bundle. Order in the app and get more. It's Bo time.
Today's University of Georgia Report is being brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're here to wow ya.
Welcome back, and let's have us a dog report brought to you by Beaver Toyota. We're going to start this UGA preview out with how can the offense be better, but I got a caveat. You cannot talk about Stetson Bennett. You're welcome for it. Bob, let's see what you do with that.
Look, it's going to be a rebuilt offensive line, but the big boys up front, they ready to hunt. They ready to do what they have to do. So I don't see any slack from this new offensive line. They're going to be able to protect those new group of running backs. They have to do something solid in the run game to help that nameless quarterback.
I think Kirby Smart, and the greatest quarterback we've seen in 40 years, has a lot of tight ends to throw to. And the bottom line is they can tight end people to death. You have Oscar Delp, Reek Gilbert, you have Darnell Washington, and Brock Bowers, who is running past cornerbacks, safeties, and anybody in front of them. The tight ends in the red zone or for explosive plays could be really one of the caveats for the Georgia Bulldogs this year.
Well, the Bulldogs lose Pickens, Jermaine Burton to wide receiver U, Alabama. They can't throw the football. But this offense, they want to run it. They want to run and pound it and let that defense get on the field and stop you. But I'm questioning the offense this year.
I'm going to tell you this. You cheated, and I'm going to call you out on it.
I didn't call his name. I said no names.
You didn't call his name, but now I'm going to let you say his name. Do we think Stetson Bennett has reached his level of peak perfection, or does he have another level?
I think he's trustworthy. That's the bottom line. Kirby Smart can trust him. He can make all the throws, and he's proven he's a winner. Beat Michigan, he beat Alabama, and he helped bring a title to Georgia for the first time in 40 years.
Oh, yeah.
You can trust him.
We can give him a nickname.
Yeah.
SB3 now. How about that?
Speaking of trust, can we trust what we're seeing with the Atlanta Falcons? It's the million-dollar question, and we'll answer it when we come back next on Football's Play to Win.
Today's show is being brought to you by your Atlanta Nissan dealers. This is it, Southern Kitchen and Barbecue, Atlanta Peach Movers, and Wayfield Foods.
Becoming the #1 certified dealer in all of Georgia was no easy task. It required the highest quality of vehicles at the fairest prices, plus superb customer experiences. Now we've expanded our certified program to include every brand of vehicle. With Beaver Direct, it doesn't matter what brand you choose, they're all certified. Every vehicle will be thoroughly inspected and expertly reconditioned. Each includes a 12-month, 12,000-mile warranty. Visit us at beaverdirect.com and see for yourself why Beaver Direct is #1.
Injured in an accident? Call 1-800-LAW-NEED for your free case review with a Mottlick attorney. At other firms, you may never speak to a real attorney. That's never the case with us. Call Mottlick now for your free consultation.
You just bought a new house. Now you've got to move. Nobody likes to move. That's why you call Atlanta Peach Movers. Your choice for the best move. No job is too big or too small, and you can be assured your belongings will get where they need to be on time and in one piece. Our in-house training facility ensures our team is ready to offer you unmatched service and a no-hassle moving experience. For the best value in the business, call Atlanta Peach Movers for a free quote today.
You ever heard the tale of the misunderstood bull? A menacing beast who was born to float. A force of nature the embodiment of grace. Quite grand, yet quiet and nimble. The Infiniti QX80.
Experience the Infiniti QX80 at your local Infiniti retailer.
We carry a lot in our trucks and use cutting-edge technology. Our experience is what makes us reliable. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Any size AC system, just $69.99 a month.
Today's Atlanta Falcons report is being brought to you by your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.
Welcome back. Our Falcons report is brought to you by Georgia Drive Chevy. Terrence, I mean, my gosh, we've got some former Falcons players here. What a better group to have this conversation with. Terrence, do you think the Falcons on paper this year look better than they did last year?
If I would have to say a year ago today of last year's roster compared to this year's roster, I have to say no. I have to say no. Just plain and simple, I have to say no. You had some championship pedigree guys on the roster last year, which you don't have this year. So somehow you're going to have to make up the difference in talent or hopefully win some games you shouldn't win. So right now, as of today, this roster is not better than last year's roster.
That's a no for me, dog. Bob, how good do the Falcons need to be looking around at the rest of the NFC?
I'm going to tell you like this, and I'm going to tell everybody out in them ATL streets. Not that much better. All you got is terrible time down in Tampa. They got a great defense, but look, they rebuilding in Carolina, both of those quarterbacks trying not to be quarterback first-round bust. And in New Orleans, you got Jameis coming off a bad knee injury, so you don't know if they're going to do some Jameis Winston stuff or the other running scramble quarterback thing you got. And then who else you got? That's it, right? That's it. So technically, even an average-looking Falcon team can hang in this NFC South division, and Mike can win the division because Tom has actually been on paid administrative leave.
Now, I'll actually pose this to both of you, Brandon and Terrence. Now that we're looking at the end of the Matt Ryan era, what are the realistic expectations for Marcus Mariota right now?
I think to be a solid veteran and to stabilize the organization right now. The truth is he does have an opportunity. I mean, he's not 98 years old. He's 28 years old, and he's been off the field because of injury, and he admitted to not mentally getting over those injuries. So the last couple of years with the Raiders, he's had some backup duties, some packages, and he could be prepared to do some things this year. And maybe if he's impressive enough, maybe he can stick around a few years longer until the Falcons can find their heir apparent to Matt Ryan.
What I've seen from Mariota so far is confidence. I've seen confidence, but what he should be. He has Arthur Smith, who was his coordinator in Tennessee at one time, and he has a second chance to resurrect his career, and he looks good doing it, and he's having fun, and I think he's going to really play well, and the realistic expectations for him is for him to win at least 3 games by himself.
I don't think that's unfair, and he's mobile. We've seen a guy who he might need some help with the way the offensive line, all the questions the offensive line may have this year.
Well, Terrence, you called it earlier. We love football, but we also love the food that goes with it. So let's check in with our friends over at This Is It Southern Kitchen. Telly, Anthony, tell us what you guys have got going for Labor Day.
Hey, Nikki, coming to you live from the new Camp Creek location. It's being built right now. Last time we was coming to you from the Union City store, and it's now open. Both stores will have drive-through.
And what else you got going on, Telly?
We're open Labor Day, too. We got slab specials going on all day. Get a whole slab for just $22, or get 2 half slab dinners for just $29. Nikki, order online at thisisitbbq.com.
Always a touchdown with Telly and his crew over at This Is It. Guys, stick with us. We're going to tell you everything you need to know about the NFL this season, and it's all coming up next on Football's Play to Win.
A new Chevy is the smart way to hit the open road this summer. The smart way to road trip and seek new adventures. Go a little farther this summer in a new Chevy. Find new get up and go, find new roads. Enjoy the open road and make no monthly payments for 90 days on all 2022 Equinox models. Plus, get 0% financing when you finance with GM Financial. Georgia drives Chevy. Find new roads.
A Bojangles family meal has more to choose from.
Coleslaw.
Dirty rice.
Mac and cheese. those scratch-made biscuits.
More choices of handcrafted fixins for everyone. You won't find that in a bucket or a bundle. Order in the app and get more. It's bow time.
When choosing a law firm, what is it that really matters most?
At Malik & Associates, we have the legal talent, resources, and reputation for winning big cases. We have big goals, big results, and have received some pretty big honors.
But we're not so big that you'll ever feel small or unimportant. At Montlick & Associates, giving our clients excellent service is what matters most.
If you've been hurt, we're here to help.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's a Nissan sales event ad. Now that's something I can commit to. His RAV4 doesn't even have as many standard safety features as this Rogue.
Now shop our inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles.
Love may be forever, but these offers are not.
Today's NFL Report is being brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, doing great since '78.
And we are back. Our NFL Report is brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air. Terrence, if people have been sleeping under a rock, really hibernating in this offseason, what would you say your number one Falcons headline is right now?
Well, what I've seen from Arthur Smith, this training camp, more loose, speaking positively, having fun. Have fun, baby. You're the head coach of the Atlanta Falcons football team. Have fun through good times, through adversity, and you'll be just fine.
You sound like Tony Robbins. It's really kind of you, Terrence. You've really brightened up the day in here. I'm going to darken it up a little bit and talk about all the drama in the NFL last season. The ratings backed it up. Very dramatic season. Bob, do you think that we're going to be looking at a lot of fun again this season with the drama?
Oh, we got some good drama, Nikki. Hey, look, we got that mushroom tea drinker at QB in Green Bay yelling at all his receivers because his main man left and went to Vegas and now is doing his thing out there in Devontae. And then you got, Saquon Barkley. He's back on the field for NYG. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be exciting to see. But the biggest thing is the best quarterback in the league. He's not in KC. He's not in Buffalo. He's in L.A., West Side Chargers. Best quarterback in the league.
MVP,
What's he leaving out?
Lamar Jackson.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody else is getting paid. Why is Lamar Jackson, an MVP, not getting paid?
Right.
And how long will that carry over? Will that carry over past this season? And will they have to start talking about franchise tagging a guy who is a very unique and had his organization build a very unique offense around him?
There's some hot topics coming our way for sure. Now, we talked about our Falcons headline. If you just had to look at the NFL as a whole, what would you say the top headline would be right now? Terrence, I'm going to put you at the top of the newspaper again right now.
You know what? I hate talking about other people when they have problems whatsoever, but the Deshaun Watson situation has been on the news everywhere you've been. And to me personally, I take it as this. Hey, it's none of my business. It's between him, the young ladies, and God. So don't judge, or you'll be judged just as harsh as he's been.
No happy endings in Cleveland, I tell you that.
Yeah, I disagree a little bit. I think the doors need to be open if he's having a little massage work at the Browns facilities. But he'll be gone for 11 weeks, and we'll see what happens when he returns. That certainly will be a big storyline when he does.
Well, I can't wait. Our final thoughts are coming up next, and you guys, I feel like, are just getting warmed up. You don't want to miss what we've got up our sleeve coming up for the close of the show. We'll be right back on Football's Play to Win.
At Reliable Heating and Air, every day we roll out before the sun rises. We carry a lot in our trucks and use cutting-edge technology and work late so you can sleep easier. We get uncomfortable to restore your comfort and keep you cool all summer long. Heating, cooling, hot water, plumbing, and electrical. Our results make us always reliable.
Any size AC system, just $69.99 a month.
I'm Bob Whitfield, Atlanta Falcon legend, and I'm your Wayfield Foods Master Chef. When I'm down at the game, watching our Dirty Birds get ready for that competition, I like to see that tailgate firing up that grill. No matter if it's hamburgers, hot dogs, ribs, chicken, and fish, come to Wayfield, shop and compare. Experience the Wayfield difference. Celebrating 40 years in Metro Atlanta. Wayfield Foods, the meat people. Eat better, spend less.
This isn't your typical runaway bride scene. It's a Nissan sales event ad.
Now that's something I can commit to. His RAV4 doesn't even have as many standard safety features as this Rogue.
Now shop our inventory of certified pre-owned vehicles.
Love may be forever, but these offers are not.
Well, guys, welcome back. It's time now for our final thoughts of the show. Huge shout out to Chattahoochee Technical College. We're going to be here all season. We love all of the staff here, and we love filming Football's Play to Win here. So thank you guys so much for having us back for another season. Final thoughts. Anything we've left out this week, Brandon?
No, my final thoughts are simple. We get a chance to get football again. The Dogs get a chance to repeat. The Falcons get a chance to completely write new history and have the franchise go into a new direction. So there's a lot of hope and a whole lot of fun. Hopefully you have some fun with us on Monday in the locker room on 680 The Fan, 6 to 10 with my brothers on 680 The Fan for your morning drive.
Well, you know, I say this. We got a lot of fair weather fans and we got bandwagon fans, Bob or jump teams in the middle of the season whatsoever. Hey, pick your team now or your teams and stay with it. No bandwagon fans this year. Stay with your team. It's the Falcons. It's the Falcons. If they're 0-4 going after the month, don't jump to the Jets or whoever else. Just stick with your team.
Hey, I'm going to tell you like this. Georgia football runs deep, and I want to give a shout out to my high school squads that I got to see in person. We got Norcross Blue Devils. We got Parkview and Blessed Trinity. And, hey, we got Mill Creek. They got big battling. It's going to be some excitement for the next group of talented players that's trying to get to UGA, Georgia Tech, or to the Falcons. Shout out to all the good high schools in Georgia.
Shout out to all those good high schools in Georgia. Listen, if you guys are just joining us and you have never understood what it means to play high school football in the South, Georgia is what it's about. You're so right.
Oh,
guys.
They get turned up around this
They get so turned up. And you know what?
He wouldn't know about Georgia high school football because he didn't play Georgia high school football.
I get to experience
the
after the
product
fact.
right here. The Cobb County product. I know what it feels like to play Georgia high school
And you know
football.
what? Your knees don't lie. They've been cracking this whole show, so I believe you, Terrence. Guys, stay with us again all season long. We cannot wait. We're just getting started on another season. My God, season 9 of Football's Play to Win. We'll see you next week, same time, same place, Saturday morning, 9 a.m. on Fox 5.
Today's show has been brought to you by Reliable Heating and Air, doing great since '78, Bojangles, and your Georgia Drive Chevy dealers. Chevrolet, find new roads.